left and had a week off here. How do you feel like where you guys at right now?
I think we're in a good place. I mean, of course, last week was a great week for us, and I felt like that we was playing some really good basketball. As a head coach, I kind of went into this week, knowing that, of course, it's always great when you can give, your players a rest, but we were playing pretty good. So I'm just hoping that, we come out and we're going to be with that same intensity, the same fire that we had. Have been having, working hard in practice, had a good practice yesterday, and I think we're in a good place. I think they understand and know where we're at right now. Like you said, we just have 2 home games left, and I think we're really looking forward to ending out this home run here on our home court very, very well.
You mentioned it, that you got 2 of your best conference games arguably of the season, and then you have a week off. Would you almost rather have played another 2 or 3 days later just to keep that momentum going?
Well, as a coach, you always you can think one way, but at the end of the day, it's about the student athletes, and they really definitely needed a break, and so it was good for them, I think, mentally, if anything else, because the basketball season is a long season. But at the end of the day, I think that we're just in a situation where we're just going to continue to keep trying to, play the best basketball we can, and as a staff, we're just really happy of where we're at right now, but we still got to keep getting better and got a long way to go.
Talk a little bit about the pro, it's very tight for you guys.
Very tight. They're a scary team. Their record, I think, doesn't indicate how good they can score, put up numbers. They have a post player in Simmons who's really, really good, who can put it on the floor, who can score, who just plays really hard. And the Tagler girls are, they can score from, Alexa, I think, had 5 threes in the last game. They can shoot the 3, they can put it on the floor, and then they have Jasmine Shaw. They have a ton of players that can score in a variety of ways, and they're going to press. They're going to do a lot of different things, and we're going to make sure that we can handle the press, and have to make sure that we go back to continue to keep playing our game and what we do, and that's getting good shots and getting back in defensive transition and trying to get the ball up the floor.
I think that was one of Kendall's first big games.
Yes.
I mean, has anything changed for her as people are seeing her a second time around in terms of what you guys have to do with her? I know at that
Yeah.
point she was kind of a surprise.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think because of she does so many different things, I think that, we don't change anything. I think she has to continue to keep being aggressive, and that's what I'm talking to her about, because she does do so many different things for us. She can pass. She defensively gets her hands on a lot of balls, but we need her to score also too, and I talked to her a lot about that, and making sure that she's not being passive, because Kendall has a very laid-back personality, and so we just make sure that when she's on the court, I talk to her about having another personality, and making sure that she's ready for those things, and I think she is. So I think that people are definitely going to notice. I mean, she was Sunbelt Player of the Week, so people are going to, I think defensively, going to try to do some different things and put some, people on her and things, but I think because of how she's good at handling the basketball and putting herself and her teammates in different situations, I think she just continues to play hard and do the things she does.
Going back to last week's wins real quick, and that was after a losing streak. Something clicked in between, was it a wake-up call after losing 3 straight? I mean, what kind of led to,
I think with any team, when you go through adversity, and you're right, we lost 3 in a row, but it wasn't like we lost 3 terrible games where we got beat by a lot of points, or I think they knew that we were right there, and there was a lot of different things that we went back and we watched film on the Texas State game. We watched the things, and if you all you watched us play, and I think you watched us play last year. Last week, I think you can see the biggest thing was the energy and the 50-50 balls and all the different things, and that's what we talked about. Those things we can control. You know, all the time you can't, and we shot the ball well last week. Sometimes you can't control that, but we can control our effort and the things that we do and how hard we play, and rebounding, we corrected that some. And I think those are the things that we have to look at and continue to keep preparing for. I think at the end of the day, what we're talking about is just taking one game at a time, but they also understand and know where we're at. I mean, there's only 5 regular season games left in this conference, and I think they understand that, and rightfully so, they should. That's what we talk about. You know, these are the times that you work hard for in the beginning, in preseason, and, you know, the off season, and I think those are things that are starting to really get them to get their attention. And, you know, we got our 2 seniors that are talking about it a lot too, you know, with Bianca and Cheney. You know, this is, you know, they talk about the days that they have left and with those five games, and, you know, after that, you know, I think that's the biggest thing right now. So we just have a great group, and I think that they're just working, and we're just continuing to keep working so we can enjoy as long as we can.
Probably about the time last year, them hitting a wall a little bit kind of became visible, and we talked about some in terms of the energy being down. The last couple of weeks helped refresh, you know, a little bit this year, or have you felt them hit the grind a little bit, or?
And I think at any time, I think when you have, you know, last year it was new to them. They had a young team. It was new to them. They hadn't experienced the things that we went through. But I think as time goes, I think every month, I think you grow and learn a little bit more. And I think that's where we're at right now. We don't talk about hitting the wall. I talk to them about, you know, there's a lot of people that every situation they wish they had an opportunity to be where we were at. So I think the biggest thing we talk to them a lot about as a staff is not taking things for granted. And I think that they're making sure that that doesn't happen. And I think, like I just said, I think the seniors are making sure that they understand that last year we didn't have any seniors, you know, so that's a big difference too.
No, there's not a lot of news. We get an update on Alexis.
We'll get another update on Monday. She's going back to the doctors, and we'll get another update and kind of go from there. As we find out, you'll find out. And I think that's kind of where we're at, and just looking forward to getting some news, and I'm just hoping for the best for her.
I know it's coming down to it. Is the hope still that she can contribute?
Yes. Yes, that's the hope right now, and if anything changes, that'll possibly be something that we find out Monday, probably going forth from there to see if there's anything different. But the plan is that we're going to be able to get her back out on the court and get some minutes here, you know, hopefully coming up real soon before the regular season ends, before we go into tournament.